All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate everybody coming in. Um, Sorry I'm late, but I really wanted to come to you guys today and talk about. There's a wait. Before I even get started with that, let me just explain that I'm using some new software and there seems to be a little bit of a delay. So if I'm not getting to your comments as fast as normal, it's because of this new software and it's a delay. I need to kind of actually turn that off because it's messing me up because when I'm looking at myself, it's coming in a delay. But so what I really wanted to come and discuss today is, they have a saying that love conquers all, love conquers anything, right? And I really wanted to touch bases on that because in the time that we're living in right now, with with COVID-19 and everybody being locked down and all the crazy things that's going on in the news and all the pressures of society that we're having to deal with. um you know is it still the same? Is it are we still living under the same principles to where love can conquer all? Shelley Johnson says, "Yes, I'm sure love can conquer all." Um, and let's explore it. Let's explore it. And I would ask you, Shelley, why? I mean, why would you? You said you're not sure. I'm sorry, you're not sure love can conquer all. And that's really what I'm trying to get at is it really true, especially in the day that we're living in today? Um, if you're new to the channel, I really appreciate you coming in. Please share the video, get some like minds. Yes, Shelly. Yes, I see. Shelly said, "I'm not sure." She is not sure that love can conquer all. Um, and that's really what I want to explore. Is how we really feel about that. As a whole, as a society, because people will still say, love, love can conquer everything, and I would like to know how. So doing a little digging, and first of all, like, what is love? Um, Love is a feeling. Um, love is a frequency. It's a vibration. It's um, it's something that can't be seen. I mean, we can't physically look at love and take it and put it on a shelf, or take it and store it. So it's like air, right? It's like an element. um it's a vibration. It's a vibration that makes you feel, right? That gives you feeling. um if you have any more things that you would like to add on how you feel what it is. But you really and truly, love is a vibration. When you and I'm not talking about love to where teenagers or even adults say, I love you, and we're in love. I'm talking the feeling. Or let's for instance, um, for those of us watching that have children, you can relate. When a child tells you, or not even tells you, when a child takes their arm and their arms and wrap around your neck, that feeling that you get, it's so unexplainable, but so powerful, right? And that's what I consider love is. Um, sometimes, and I would venture to say very few times, we we can find that in other people that aren't our family, that aren't our parent and aren't our brother, aren't our child, Sometimes we can find that individual, we could find that love in another individual. The kind of love where the feel like it's just a feeling, like you could just feel this person's energy towards you, and it's truly a loving energy. Um, it's funny. Let's bring it back to the children for a second. It's funny. The children love you so much that when you discipline your child 1 minute, especially a toddler, right? When you discipline a toddler and you feel it like the other day. The other day, my daughter kept on. She like, she's at this stage where she's testing me now. She's trying to see how far she can go, right? So I shut her down. She did something, and I shut her down, shut her all the way down, and she went to bawling. She's at the point now. She's 1.5. She's in her I would say terrible twos, but I don't believe in terrible twos. I'm gonna call her terrific twos. She's in her terrific twos. She's early. She hit her terrific twos early. So she's in the space where she's testing me, right? So I shut her completely down, and to the point where her feelings was crushed. I saw it in her feelings were so crushed, and she had these tears, and she turned at me and she looked and she's, why? And that that just like it crushed me, right? It crushed me. She like I don't know if she knew what she was doing or what, but like it was just like, Daddy, Daddy? Like, no, not you. You didn't hurt my feelings like that. Like, you know, but the next second, after she crushed me and I had to break down and go hug her, you know, the embrace that she gave me back, there was nothing taken away from it. That's the kind of love that I'm talking about right there, right? Even though I disciplined her, she had to learn a lesson. She had to go through the whole frustration of, why, Daddy, why not you, Daddy? I can't believe you're the one that gives me everything I want. Why? And she, like I said, it just, you know, completely shut me down. But I got back. It had to put me, we had to put me back in check to where I had to say, hey, baby, listen, I love you, and sometimes I just gotta discipline you. But like I'm saying, the embrace that she gave me is nothing like she just forgot about that whole discipline part of it. Like, forget about that. You're the one I love. I understand. I like. That's the kind of love I'm talking about right there. I'm talking about the kind of love. I'm talking about the kind of love that the sun shares with the earth. The kind of love that the sun shares with the earth. You might want to know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you want to know what I'm talking about. The kind of love that so the sun has been providing light and everything else that the sun provides for the earth for as long as you and I can imagine. And not once has the sun ever looked around and said, you owe me. That's the kind of love I'm talking about right there. I'm talking about love that can move mountains. Um, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about this puppy love where these people get involved with these relationships and they're, I love you and I love you. And when you really look into it, it's really not love. It's sometimes it can be the love of being in love. Sometimes it can be the love of I love myself. I love myself to the point where this person has something that fulfills a void in me. So I'm going to use that person to fill a void inside of me. A lot of times it's that. And the reason why, the reason why this comes up is because we've been locked down for a few months now. And people are now coming to the realization that they're in relationships that they don't want to be in. They're in convenience relationships, right? Thank God, I'm not in one of those. You know, um, thank God I'm not in a convenience relationship. Thank God my wife and I actually share real love. I'm not filling a void um, by having my wife in my life. You understand? And she's not filling a void by having me in her life, right? She has her thing on her own and her completion and her life on her own, and so do I. I have my life and my completion and everything on my own, and we both have things that we have to work on. Don't get me wrong. Neither one of us is perfect, and we do not have a perfect relationship. Don't get me twisted. But the love that we have for each other, the love that I have for her, withstands any of the little troubles that we go through in our relationship. And the love that she has for me outstands any of the little trouble that we go through. You know, it we're blessed. We're blessed. I have a few friends and I have family members and I'm realizing I'm very blessed because, you know, you will look at people and you will think that because of what you see, what's shown to you on the outside looks perfect and hunky dory and um, looks like it's all going good. But when you have situations like this where you're forced to actually be with the person, you're actually forced to actually spend real time with the person that you're in this committed relationship with, um, whether it's for it's convenience or whatever the case, um, a lot when you're forced to be there and there is no escape, there is no guys night out, and there is no ladies night out, and there is no fellas, but we do a lot. And trust me, I've been on plenty of job sites, and what we do a lot is sometimes we bury ourselves in work to get away from home. Um, sometimes I saw a comment coming in. I will get to the comment, but I don't want to lose the train of thought. Sometimes as fellows, what we do is we use work as our escape from home, right? And you know, how can you not like? It's easy to get along with somebody when you only got to deal with them for 2 hours in the day. And really and truly, in America, that's what relationships has been, right? You go to work, you go to work, but by the time you get off of work, you got kids and you got this and you got that and you got the extracurricular activity and you got to stop and pick up this, and by the time you get home between between the actual home, being home, unwinding and relaxing, right, to actually going to sleep, it's only a couple hours. It's only a couple hours that you actually spend with your significant other, And then if you have children, you got children in the midst of all of that. So it's really minimal time, right? And then with our phones nowadays, most people are in their phones for an hour out of that 2 hours, if not an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes out of that 2 hours. And then you actually spend 15 minutes, half hour with your significant other. It's easy to have a relationship like that because you only got to deal with this person for 2 hours tops. But when there is no release, there is no gym that you can go to and go pump out your frustrations, and there is no mall, that she can go to and she can, take out her frustrations and buy the new purse, or whatever the case might be, or there's no bar open where you can have a guy's night out and go. Then you got to kind of look at your relationship and say, hey, what do we really got going on? Is this something that I mean, some people are just in it miserable. Some people are just in it miserable. But let me pause that for a second and go to these comments. I see a couple of comments came in. Shelly Johnson says, people have to be able to love enough to overcome obstacles. And I completely agree. But I don't think that it's something that I don't think that's something to where that's like choice, right? I believe it's like, if you actually love, if it's actually real love, and it's not, if it's love for the person and it's not love for yourself, then that goes without saying. I don't think it's something that you have to think about or try towards. I really, really don't. Rihanna Lopez says real love can conquer anything. I absolutely believe so. um let's explore love moving a mountain, right? Let's explore love moving a mountain. um I believe love can move a mountain. Actually, let me rephrase. I know love can move a mountain because there are only two forces in life. It's either the love or lack of love, right? You have two forces in life: love or lack of love. People that move mountains, they move mountains for the love of whatever they had to move that mountain for. Period, hands down, right? If if you want to have a highway, right? Because these are people that move mountains, right? If they want to have a highway and this mountain stands in the way, it's going to be the love of whatever the end goal of having that highway is going to provide for the person that's going to go through the troubles of getting the construction companies and the earth movers and everything in place to actually move this mountain so they can. So it's the love. They say love of money is the root of all evil. Oh, sorry, they say love of money is the root of all evil. No, it's not. The money is not the root of all evil. It's the love of money that's the root of evil, right? It's the love, because remember, it's only two forces in life. It's only two forces in life. It's either love or lack of love. Period. Period. Hands down. Right? People that go out and hurt people, it's because of lack of love. You can't hurt somebody and love them at the same time. It It doesn't happen. You can't kill a man. And I see a comment come in, and I'm about to get to that. You can't kill a person and love that person at the same time. It just won't happen, right? It can't happen. So if all mankind was to love all mankind, we would have no murder. We would have all this evil that we have would be no. But the only reason why we have evil in the world is because of lack of love. That's period. Let me get to this quote. Let me hold it. Let me get to this comment. Kid quote Gaiman says, "Is it the same thing when you love something you want to do, and with your passion about it, your love for it pushes you to success?" Yes, absolutely, 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 positively. So you get it. Kid quote, you 100% get it. Your love for the end result is what's going to get you there. Period. And if you don't get there, it's because of the lack of love for the end result, right? So I mean, there's love is the most powerful source in life, and it can conquer anything. Period. Hands down. There's no three ways. Um, Anything you want to think about it. Um, there's only two forces: love or lack of love. Period. Hands down. You know, your love for something will push you towards your success. Your lack of love for something will prevent your success. I mean, it's really simple, you know. It's really simple, but I don't know why it seems to be complicated, but it if you look at it, I mean, I would like to try to find something, and I've tried to find things in life that don't revolve around love or lack of love. I have yet to come across it, you know. Um, Rihanna Lopez has something to add. Having enough respect for yourself can lead you to love yourself exactly. With this, you can respect yourself enough to know who you truly love. Exactly. Exactly. Right on point. Right on point. And some of these comments that I'm getting in, I want to give a big shout outs to the younger generation, right? I want to give a shout out to the younger generation because um there's there are young people that listen to my channel. Like, it's the average of people that listen to this channel is really not my age group. Um, but if you see some of these comments that are coming through, I mean, look at the mind of the future, right? Look at the mind of the future. This we're in a situation right now. I was listening to President Obama's speech. Um, for the kids that graduated this year, or that can't walk across the stage this year. Um, and he had some wonderful things to say, and it really made me think, that that's what these kids need to do, is they need to get back to love, right? We need to we as my generation, we need to um the word I'm looking for, we need to kind of express, like, accentuate is the word I'm looking for. We need to accentuate the word love, right? And we need to instill in them how important love is. And I'm not talking superficial love. I'm talking about, okay, for instance, one of the reasons I feel like, again, that we're in a world, that the way the world is why it is right now, I touched on it last week, is because of our lack of love for Mother Nature. You know, whether by design or whether we as civilization has just forgotten and got away from her. But if you didn't see that video, do me a favor and go back and look at that video after this live is over. Because we really kind of went in on how Mother Nature sustains us and gives us everything we need, and we've kind of forgotten about her, and that's the reason. That is the reason why we're in the situation we're in right now. Period, hands down. Right? Period, hands down. If we didn't have so much lack of love for Mother Nature, there's no way, no how we could be in the situation that we in as a whole. Right? It just couldn't happen. So to the younger generation, to the next rulers of this, you know, of this what we call creation, y'all, you guys are the ones to save us. You guys are the ones to save us. You know, accentuate love. Show love. Show love to your neighbor. Let people understand that it's because of lack of love why we have the illnesses we have as a society. That's the only reason. It's because of lack of love. There's only two forces. It's either love or lack of love. And if we put love into Mother Nature, Mother Nature is gonna I can't even say Mother Nature's gonna take care of us. Mother Nature been taking care of us. Mother Nature's been taking care of us no matter what we do. We've been killing her slowly. We've been killing her slowly, you know. And I don't even want to go into to pollution and all of that, because you kids know, you kids know that I mean, I can't even call y'all kids anymore, right? The next generation knows, right? The future knows, because that's what y'all are, is the future, right? Y'all know. I'm not gonna keep y'all long, but spread the word. You know, y'all the ones that can do it. You're the only ones that's gonna save us. You're the only ones that's gonna save us. Are we gonna love this man-made society? Are we gonna stick to the love of the man-made society and stick to the love of the material things that that's pushed in our face, that creates us, that causes us to be consumers? Is that what we're gonna love? Or are we gonna start to finally put some lack of love towards that and put some real love towards Mother Nature? Um, that's what we need. That's what we need, and that's what I want to leave y'all with tonight. If anyone has anything that they want to add in the comments, please put it now, because I'm going to wrap this up. Um, excuse me. If you're new to the channel, I really appreciate the subscribe. If you hit the subscribe button, all the likes, every time you hit that like button, what it does is it pushes our algorithms in front of somebody else. I mean, it helps the algorithm to push the video in front of other people, which helps the channel to grow. Please, in the comment box, Kid Quote has something to say. But hold that thought 1 second. In the comment box, if you're watching this video later on, anything that you would like to touch subjects on, anything you would like to add, I feel like this particular subject is going to be a series. I'm going to do a lot more research on the subject so I can bring you guys a lot more into it. But Kid Quote Gaming says, Are we killing Mother Nature because we don't love her? That's the only reason, man. It's the only reason. I mean, that's the only reason. It's lack of love. It's lack of love. We can't kill. We can't kill what we love. We just can't. It's not. I mean, you have the extreme, extremities to where, like, if you love someone, and you, or an animal, you love an animal or something, and the animal is suffering or whatever. But that's yeah, that's tough. That's tough, Kiko. That's tough. But what the real deal is all we got to do is just turn back to love. But with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll see you next Sunday. Um, Please check out the rest of the videos. Like I said, last week's video was a really good one if you want to check that out. In the meantime, we have some cooking shows, we have some gardening stuff. I really appreciate all the likes every time you share the video, every time you subscribe. If you're a subscriber to the channel, I am your #1 fan. If you are a subscriber to the channel, I am your #1 fan. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy your Sunday.